channel where all of the classes will be updated and informed and how it is and everything, inshallah. It will be there. All of this will be put there. You can all watch it again and again and again. You have 7 days of the week, 6 days, you can go over it again and again and again and again before you come to the next class. And if you don't understand, you can always ask the other students, inshallah ta'ala, explain it to you. Sometimes, honestly speaking, the students might be more better in explaining a class than the teacher themselves. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes the students are very good. So I'm only repeating what I taught last week. I taught this class last week, but some students requested for me to repeat it for them one more time. So here I am, I'm repeating it, and it will be recorded this time, inshallah ta'ala, so that they can cover it and study and benefit, inshallah, okay? So the second meaning of al-i'rab, I said it's لاختلاف العوامل الداخلة عليها. Okay? By the way, the book Ajrumiyyah, you should have all had the English version and the Arabic version PDF that was given to the students. So we did the first part, which is تغيير أواخر الكلم. Now I'm going to mention لاختلاف العوامل الداخلة عليها. Okay, for now, let's focus inshallah ta'ala. لاختلاف العوامل الداخلة عليها. Why is it changing? This is the point that needs to be focused on. Why is it changing? What's the reason why we're seeing changes happening to the ending of Muhammad, for example? Why is it becoming Muhammadan? Why is it becoming Muhammadun? Why is it becoming Muhammadin? What was the reason? If you look back, I already kind of mentioned it for you. The reason is because in this situation, the reason for it is because Muhammad is a what? He's a subject. Muhammad is a subject here. So here he is, he's a subject. That's why he's Muhammadun. That's the awamil. Awamil means agent. Muhammad here to become a Muhammadun. It's an agent forcing it. And that agent is what? It is the fi'l before it. If a fi'l comes, there always has to be a fa'il. Meaning if a verb comes, there always has to be a subject. So the reason why it's Muhammadun is because it's a subject, and what forced it to become Muhammadun is the verb before it. Good. Here, it's maf'ulun bihi. So again, it changed due to the agent. Why? Because Muhammad here is not the one who's doing the action, but it's the one that the action is being done to. He's the object here, Muhammad. Okay, he's the object, and so that's why he is now a fatha, or he is Muhammadan, because of the changing that's happening to the agent. In the beginning, he was a subject. The second situation is an object, and the third situation is that before it is a ba. This ba is forcing Muhammad to become Muhammadin. Muhammadin. So it's forcing it to become Muhammadin. Okay? Does that make sense? And the more, inshallah ta'ala, we study the whole entire class, the more we study, we're going to learn all of these agents. We're going to learn all of these agents in the future. Don't worry. Ism majroor is going to come to you. What is a fa'il in details is going to come. What is a maf'ulun bi? It's going to come. We haven't taken all of that yet. All we've taken so far is that these are the things that are making it change. Khalas, that's all you need to know for now. Okay? You just need to know it's a subject here. Now, what is a subject? How does it work? How can you identify what a subject is or not? We'll come to that. Muhammadan is an object here. It's a maf'ulun bi. How do we know what's a maf'ulun bi? How does a maf'ul? It's going to come. The book is going to bring all of that for you. And ism majroor, and how does it work? We're going to come to all of that, inshallah. Okay? All I just want you to know is that all of these are changing because of agents that are imposing on it to change. That's why Muhammad is changing. That's the second point of the definition of i'rab. The first one was the changing that happens in the ending of the word, and the second one was the changing is happening because of agents, external factors that are forcing the word to change. And that's what you study in the chapter of al-i'rab. What is it that's forcing this word to change from Muhammadun to Muhammadan to Muhammadin? Okay, these are awamil. They're called awamil, which are agents. Okay, brothers and sisters. Are you all with me? Are we all on the same page? I really want to put down one important rule, please. All of you understand this. Don't expect to understand everything I say 100% the first time. If you understand it more than 50%, I'm happy. That's all I need. If you've understood it 55%, that's all I need. We're building up on it. Every class we take, it makes it clear. It will make clear to you this class and the class before it. Okay? So what does awamil mean? You didn't explain awamil to us in great details. All of that is going to come. Okay? But you didn't tell us what a fa'il is. There's a whole chapter on fa'il that the book has. We're going to take that, inshallah, there. But you didn't tell us what a maf'ulun bi. Don't worry, maf'ulun bi is going to come as well. There's a whole chapter on it as well. But isim majrur, don't worry, there's a whole chapter on it where the author, rahimahullah, talks about the majrurat. Okay? So don't worry, inshallah ta'ala. We're going to come to each one and study in great details. All I want to now do is just give you a overall of the definition of the word al-i'rab. Okay? Is that making sense? Now, brothers and sisters, the changing that's happening to the word. So, again, I repeat. So, I mentioned the second reason was الاختلاف العوامل الداخلة عليها. صح? That was I already mentioned that one. The third point I want to mention is lafzan, which is, brothers and sisters, I already mentioned to you, this is the third point, inshallah ta'ala, and also the fourth point, I can put them both there, inshallah ta'ala. I'm going to mention them together. The changing that happens at the word is two types. Now, these two, I'm going to mention it together. I already mentioned this one, inshallah ta'ala. I spoke about it. I spoke about the agents, right? The awamil. Lafzan and taqdeeran is what you need to know. I'm going to say to you, i'lam anna هذا التغيير ينقسم قسمين. One, لفظي, and the second one is تقديري. These are the two, لفظي and تقديري. What did I just write? The changing, the taghyir. Remember we said Muhammad changes from Muhammad to Muhammadan in one sentence, and it can also become Muhammadin, right? I mentioned that, right? Muhammadun, Muhammadan, and that changing of Muhammad, it's explicit. It's what? It's explicit. It's explicit, meaning you can see the changes that's happening to Muhammad. Okay, am I making sense? Pay attention, pay attention with me here. Okay? Yeah? Pay attention to this. It's very important. So explicit. Explicit means what? It means that it's apparent, it's obvious. You can see, for example, Muhammadun, Muhammadan, Muhammadin. You can see it, right? The changing that's happening to it. So it's Muhammadun, Muhammadan, and Muhammadin. But let's change the word Muhammad to the word Musa. Let's change the word Musa here. Let's say Ja'a Musa. Second one is Ra'aytu Musa. Marartu bi Musa. This word Musa, has it changed? Can you see any changings that's taking place onto Musa? Can you see anything with Musa? Ajib, right? So Musa is not changing. So that's why Musa is implicit. Musa is implicit. Marartu, what does it mean, Jamil? Marartu means I came by. I walked by. So Ja'a Musa means Musa came. Ra'aytu Musa, I saw Musa. Marartu bi Musa, I walked by Musa. I crossed by Musa. Okay? Musa hasn't changed. Yes, it has changed. But the changing of Musa is implicit. Okay? It's indetectable. MashaAllah, somebody mentioned that. It's indetectable. You can't detect it easily. But it has changed. Okay? It has changed. Musa is changing. Musa is what? It's changing just like Muhammad is changing. But Muhammad, it's very clear that it's changing. Muhammad is what? It's very clear that it's changing. It's apparent that it's changing. Lakin Musa isn't clear. Muhammad's clear, but Musa isn't. And that's what the third and the fourth mean. Is everybody with me? Are we all on the same page? So another example of it is Al-Fatah. Ja'a Al-Fatah. رأيت الفتى. مررت بالفتى. There are many words that are like that. Al-Qadi. Al-Fatah means boy. Okay. Why are those letters implicit now? Now your question to me is why is some words implicit and some are explicit and some are implicit? Any word that finishes with waw or alif or ya, which I call the naughty letters. And you can remember them as why. Why are they so naughty? Why? Waw, alif, ya. Read it together. Why? Why? When you read it together, it becomes why, right? As in like why in English? Why? So these three letters, they are the naughty letters. They're the naughty letters. And so since they are the naughty letters, what happens is whenever the word finishes with any of them three, you need to remember they are naughty letters. They become implicit and not explicit. Does everybody understand that point? We all on the same page? Okay. Okay, and the last thing that we took, last lesson, that I need to mention here, inshallah ta'ala, is when we look at the Arabic kalima, kalima. Kalima. In the Arabic language, how many kalimas are there? How many words are there in the Arabic language? 3. Okay, what are they? MashaAllah. Isim, fi'il, and harf. Those are the 3, right? Number 1, isim is 3 types. Fi'il, which is number 2, it's 3 types as well. And a third one is harf, and it's 3 types. Isim is isim, which is mudhar. Isim, which is mudmar. Isim, which is mubham. I'll explain what each one means. Madi, mudari', amar. Mushtarak, mukhtas bil af'al, and mukhtas bil asma. Okay? What does isim mudhar mean? What does isim mudhar mean? It means pronouns. And how many pronouns are there? There are 3 types of pronouns, right? The 3 types of pronoun, right? Whereas mutakallim, mukhatab, and ghaib, right? This you're all going to take, inshallah ta'ala. And the mutakallim, and the mukhatab is huwa, hiya, and anything that comes from them. And the ghaib, sorry, I did a mistake. It's anta and anti. And the ghaib is huwa and hiya and whatever comes from it. So these are the pronouns in the Arabic language, which we're going to come to again. Some of you might think, oh, this is... Sorry, I did another mistake. Sorry, please. This is it's the dama'ir, it's the pronouns. Sorry, it's the mudmar. You're right. And the mudhar is the apparent. Muhammad, Rajul, and anything, kitab. Those are isim mudhar, apparent names. And then there's the mubham. The mubham are those which are ambiguous. And they are ism ishara and ism mawsul. هذا, okay, which is ism ishara, هذا, and alladhi, and anything that comes from it. Those 2 are mubham. We're going to take that in great details, inshallah ta'ala. The verbs are 3 types. Past, present, and a command, which also is considered as a future. Okay, it's a future. And then we have the huruf, which is 3 types. Huruf, which is mushtarak, shared by the verb and the noun. So there are huruf that are shared by the verbs and the noun. In other words, when you mention this harf, after what can come is an isim or a fi'l. They can either, any one of them can come after it. So the word hal is mushtarak, meaning it's shared by isim or fi'l. What can fall after hal can either be an isim or a fi'l. It doesn't matter. Or the word lan, which whatever falls after it is always a fi'l. There's no isim that can come after lan. It's always a verb that comes after it. And then you have the word min, which is a harfu jar. Every time what comes after it is an isim. Those are the 3 types of huruf. Okay, those are the 3 types of huruf. Why am I mentioning all of that? The reason why I'm mentioning all of that is all of the huruf, cross them out.